Hey everybody, Steph here, and today I want to do a quick video to share which factor I believe has had the biggest impact on me reaching my goals and dreams. Before I do that, I want to share a very quick story with you. So, years ago, my husband and I did Swim Masters, and Swim Masters is this group that you do swim drills essentially with a coach. And in this group, there was like 20 to 25 people, and one coach kind of walking back and forth. And I am not a swimmer. I have had no training in swimming. It's something I just grew up not doing. My husband is a great swimmer. So we went together and it was outdoors at 5 in the morning, so the water was cold. So I assumed it was going to be a very slow process to get into the water, to acclimate to the colder water, to get comfortable, and then to start swimming. It was not. What I quickly found out, everybody got there. They were all athletes, first of all. They looked like they had swam their whole lives. And they all just got there like with their robes and they would just take them off. They put on their goggles, put on their swim cap, and they were in the water and they were gone. And person after person just kept doing this very quickly. And my husband looked at me. He was like, "Are you going to be okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll be fine." So he got in and he took off. And I very quickly realized, okay, I need to get in the water quickly and start swimming, or I'm going to be left behind completely. So I did. As I said, I was one coach for like 25 swimmers. So, needless to say, I did not improve at all during that time with my swim. I don't think I very much improved. I still felt pretty uncomfortable with it. But morning after morning of doing that, the one thing that changed was huge for me. And that was that I was inspired and influenced by everybody around me because everybody around me got so quickly in the water every single morning. So did I. And it reminds me of this saying by Seth Godin where he says, people like us do things like this, right? And he's talking in terms of like marketing, but just any group you belong to. There's this mentality of people like us do things like this. And in that group, people like us just swim in the water. We just get in the water quickly and we know that it'll get better in about 30 seconds or less. And it did. So, what I learned from that experience is how important it is the people you're around. I know if I would have gone to a pool by myself in the morning, I would have definitely taken it slow. I would have gone, 1 foot in, a little bit more, a little bit more. And I would have built the habit of doing that morning after morning of just going very incrementally slow. But because this group didn't do that, I felt compelled to move a lot quicker. The people you are around and who you invite into your goals and dreams are hugely important. There is a book called Big Potential by Sean Eckhor, where he talks about doing a journey by yourself versus doing it with others. And there's even scientific studies that show that your perception of how tall a mountain is changes if you're doing that journey by yourself or if you have one friend with you. So here's the thing that's important. It doesn't have to be a huge group, it can be one person. So one example is years ago, I did a transformation contest where it was for fitness, weight loss, that sort of thing. And I had never needed to lose the amount of weight that I needed to lose at that time. So I wasn't sure how I would do it. I wasn't sure if I was somebody who would be able to succeed at all. So I didn't want to tell everybody. I didn't want to tell the world. But I told one person, my husband. I told him. So he saw the sacrifices. He saw me working out late at night, early in the morning, during the day. He saw me cooking, eating healthy. And it was somebody who I could confide in, who could be there to support me, emotionally. And it was huge. It was huge just to have at least one other person along the journey with me. And I found success with that. I was a semi-finalist in that contest because of having, I believe hugely, because having somebody else along the journey with me. In the Crayon Playbook membership, we help busy adults become who they want to be, one messy, playful experiment at a time. And in this group, this is our way of implementing people like us do things like this. People like us don't talk about our dreams, we live them. We start doing them. We play with them messy. We experiment, we figure it out. And this has been a game changer for me because through this group, even though, I'm supporting other people on their dreams and goals, I've also moved on mine. Through this group, I started my YouTube channel. I talked about it for so long, but now through this group, I'm actually doing it. Also, swimming, back to swimming. Like I said, with Swim Masters, I enjoyed it. I feel like I got a good workout, but I didn't really learn how to swim. So that's something I did this year where I actually was like, no, let's break it down. Let me actually learn the form. Let me do the things right. And so I learned how to swim much better, much stronger. And then for another sprint, I did 35 days in a row of swimming, which was hugely helpful. That's where I think I got the most gains and improved the most on my swimming. And then my current sprint is to post 125 YouTube videos in 125 days. So today is day 13. So I'm in the process of that. And again, this is all about who's around me. I've heard people say time and time again where they're like, oh, yeah, I was going to move on that goal or that dream. But now, because we have our check ins at the end of the month, that's what motivated them to be like, oh, I need to do something this week. I need to get this to a better place before we meet again. So I think that group support, that accountability, that having people around you who have the same belief that people like us do things like this is hugely important. So my question for you today is this. Who is your group? And again, it doesn't have to be a lot of people. It could be one person. Who is your group, your friend, your confidant? Who are those people that are going to pull you forward? Who are going to get there and just jump in the water. So now you feel compelled to jump in the water too. Think of that person or those people, and I encourage you to reach out to them and pull them into your dream, pull them into your goal. Don't do it alone. Like I said, the science shows it's much harder to do it alone than it is to have somebody else along on the journey. And if you want a whole group of people along on the journey, check us out at thecrayonplaybookmembership.com. All right, talk to you soon, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 14. Bye.